The South African Local Government Association is heading into a crunch week of discussions. They've convened a conference that will look at ways of depoliticizing local government. Is this even possible? Well, let's find out from the association's KZN Chairperson, Mr. Thami Ntuli. Chairperson, thank you very much for joining us this afternoon. And I suppose that is the big question that is on everyone's minds, based on the way local governments have been run over the last few years. Is it possible to have a situation where we can see the sufficient running of local governments where there isn't any politicization of the different tasks that need to be done for service delivery?
Thank you, and good afternoon to yourself and your viewers. It's highly possible. You know, the symposium that will be hosting a Salga in the province of KwaZulu-Natal, we have invited all the leaders of local government here in KwaZulu-Natal, the mayors, the speakers, including the municipal managers, because we want to open a debate or a dialogue that will advance our call that we have been making, that we need to depoliticize and professionalize the local government to put an end to this issue of cadre deployment, which in fact is a huge problem because it makes a local government to have a problem of a capacity where you find that the people who are employed there, they do not possess the relevant expertise to deliver to the people the expectation people have been waiting for a very long time. And we believe this symposium, in fact, will enable the leaders of a local government, in fact, to find it important that they lead the journey towards a clean and good governance in municipalities by ensuring that the depoliticization and the professionalization of local government is actually realized.
So this is a conversation that has been bandied about for a number of years now, Chairperson, that we need to be putting people that are competent in important positions of leadership so that service delivery can take place. Unfortunately, though, we haven't seen that really happen. So the symposium and the discussions that you will be having, what kind of tangible options would be put on the table to ensure that that process starts to happen? Because one would fear that perhaps there's a lack of political will to ensure what you've just said, in that competent people are put in positions of leadership.
In fact, what Salga here in KwaZulu-Natal is doing is to persuade municipalities to understand the importance for their benefit, because when you have qualified officials with relevant expertise, it's easy for the municipalities to perform better or to deliver as expected by the community. I think the dialogue on its own is a persuasion which Salga in the province of KwaZulu-Natal is trying to make to encourage municipalities to do what is right. You understand that municipalities are already faced, in particular the rural municipalities such as the municipalities in the province of KwaZulu-Natal, by the problem of not having enough funding that will assist them to respond to the demands from the communities. And to add another one, another challenge of having the people who are not qualified, who do not possess the necessary skills. In fact, it makes the situation worse. And I think even the Auditor General's report will be also used as a yardstick to indicate how weak and how strong, where are we weak and where are we strong, and then we'll take from there. We'll be learning from those who have been doing well, because in our program, we've made those who are performing, including those who are challenged, to be part of the panel, so that a discussion will be meaningful, and it will assist everyone to understand that we can all achieve this for the good of the people of KwaZulu-Natal, who wants to see a service delivery, since Salga in KwaZulu-Natal keeps on making a call that people, they want services. They want to see a service delivery on daily basis. We need to be seen fighting a battle of ensuring that people are getting the relevant services. They get what they've been waiting for a very long time. And we believe that as Salga, despite the challenges we're faced with, because we thought the Minister of Finance, when he was delivering his budget speech, was going to say something about improving funding to municipalities. Hence, the president of the country, in his speech, he will keep on putting his hope that if local government can perform better, people will realize a service delivery. But that one not being coupled with the intention or the will to give more in terms of the financial resources to local government, so that they will be able to address the challenges. Since you know KwaZulu-Natal is quite rural, you'll find that we suffocate more when the way municipalities are funded is still sustained, which considers only the numbers of the occupants on that particular municipality. And we believe, as Salga and the KwaZulu-Natal, that this dialogue is quite very important, that despite the challenges that we are faced with, but as leaders of the municipality, of local government, let us make it a point that we depoliticize and we professionalize local government, so that we realize the goals which local government is actually expected to achieve.
Mm-hmm. You spoke about quite an important issue around funding, and there are instances where some municipalities just don't have enough funding to provide the necessary services. But also there are many instances, Chairperson, of corruption and irregular expenditure of allocated budgets. Will the issue around corruption and malfeasance be an important component of the discussions at the symposium, because they do go hand in hand with the adequate provision of service delivery?
In fact, when we talk about the politicization of a local government, in fact, amongst the issues which are under that topic is the issue of trying to ensure that the issue of irregular expenditures, the fruitless expenditures, and all those negative things are eliminated. And we do not only make it a topic as Salga, we do not only persuade in symposiums such in fact agenda, but we also have the financial experts in Salga offices, wherein we are able, on request by the municipalities, to even send them to go and assist the municipalities, while also the other state organs, they also play a role. Because we don't want to only make that a talk, but we want to do something that will be seen to be assisting municipalities. But indeed, at the center of our discussion, all factors which are negative, which are sending a negative narrative about local government, in fact, will have to be looked at, so that we agree on what is it that we really need to do, so that we take local government forward. We change the narrative about local government, because, you know, when you go on the ground and quantify the work that has been done in terms of service delivery and put a trophy and compare the three spheres of government, you'll find that the local government will always be ahead of all other spheres of government. It is only that there are things now which are impacting adversely on the good work that has been done, and also the issue of funding is still hampering a local government, in fact, to shine the way it's supposed to shine.